Sure. Hi, welcome all. This is all about the SCCM training, SCCM and Intune. So before I start, basically, of course, maybe I'll just give you some brief introduction about me, and then maybe I probably go with each of your introduction. Just wanted to know your background of it. Okay. So before to that, let me start introducing from myself. Okay. Myself, Rajendra, I'm having around close to 15 years of IT experience. So my total experience is belongs to like I started my career. I can say that it's with an application packaging, and then I slowly moved into an SCCM. So in an SCCM, we have currently we are working on the cloud version of an SCCM that is an Intune. So I started my career with application packaging. Almost I was there for 5 years, and after that, the 8 to 10 years, I'm working with this SCCM and Intune. So even as a trainer, it's been almost more than I can say 8 years into this field. I delivered a couple of, online as well as offline, and also the corporate trainings on application packaging and SCCM. And also, I do deliver a lot of lab setups. There are a couple of requirements I do get it only for setting up a lab for their environment. And also, I do as a freelancing. I take the couple of projects from other consultancies. I get direct, the requirements as well. I do. I mean, for you kind of guys, like I train them, I also guide them, I also support them once they get a job, and also I try to be there everywhere, like wherever you really need it. So this is my responsibilities. Like whenever I take up a batch, so and also I do a lot of automations. Of course, nowadays it is very much required for every organization. So I do the automations with the help of PowerShell scripting. So in our day-to-day activities, like in a packaging as well as in an SCCM environment, this is definitely needed. So I do a lot of automation with the help of PowerShell scripting. That is kind of additional or a kind of add-on responsibilities for me, because even it's on my own interest I started, but now I became the proper, the automation guy. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm back. So, and also apart from this, I work as an Azure, okay, Azure administrator or Azure cloud architect, in fact. So I do all of these things, SCCM, Intune, packaging, as well as in Azure. So now, just coming back to this your side, like I would understand. I wanted to get a more idea about your technical expertise. What is your background? So at least I will know that how good it is for you, and like how it is really been easy for you to cope up and get onto this platform. So just a brief 1 or 2 minutes, just your technical expertise. That's more than enough. Your background, of your education background. Yeah. Please go one by one. Just a minute of your brief intro. Let's start with Dilip. Hey, hi Dilip. Can you?
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. How are you? Hello.
Dilip,
Hello. Hi, sir.
are you
Can you
speaking
able to
now?
hear me?
Because I
Yes.
don't hear,
Can you
but you
hear
are
me?
unmuted.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Srini, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you both actually. Yeah, Dilip and you also, Raj. Yeah.
Hello.
Dilip, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your like maybe brief intro. Like, I mean,
Actually, I done my bachelor's on computer science and then my
Guys, can you hear me?
master. Hello. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
So
Raj, you there? Can you hear us?
I'm there, but can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I don't know, but I was,
I think
no, I was
initially
asking Dilip. Yeah,
yeah,
Dilip.
Dilip had some network issue. I don't know. We didn't hear, but
Oh,
like later, yeah, probably he was telling about it. Okay.
okay. Yeah, because I couldn't hear during that time. Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
Dilip, maybe just go ahead again.
Hi, sir. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
hi,
done
Dilip.
my bachelor's in computer science and done my master's like recently in
Mm-hmm.
information technology. Like I have no experience at all. Like I didn't work in.
Okay. I mean, experience-wise, it's all not a matter for me. Just wanted to know the educational background. That is something important. That's it. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have done my like
Next.
information technology in master's.
Okay, sure. Yep, good.
Yes.
That's enough. Yeah. And who's next?
So, hello guys, this is Pranay.
Hey, hi, Pranay.
Yeah, I have completed my bachelor's in the field of computer science, and I did my master's in the field of project management. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
hold any work experience, though I have like a basic awareness in the coding subjects like Java, C, and C++.
Okay. Yeah, cool. From
Yeah, that's all.
development background. Yeah, good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Next, Naveen.
Hi, this is Naveen. I done my bachelor's in electronics and communications, and I done my master's in computer science. I recently graduated, and I have basic coding in Java and Python.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Sai Kiran.
Hey, hi guys. Myself, Sai Kiran Gunkula. I have completed my bachelor's in computer science in 2023, and I got like in India, I got around 1 year experience in Apple mappings. That's it. That's the only experience I got it. So recently, I'm moved here in like a 2023 August here. So I completed my master's in project management here. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, seems one person left. Sohel.
Hi everyone. My name is Sohel. So I have done my bachelor's in information technology, and now I've done my master's in engineering management. I have worked here for at all for like 6 months in cybersecurity, Okta as an IM engineer. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, good. Cybersecurity. Yeah, it's good.
Cyber.
Yeah, it's even having a good demand in the market as well, it seems.
Yeah.
But this is a little tough. It's not that easy. Cyber. Yep. Okay, guys. Good that you all are from the computer background. So this is what I wanted to
I
present. Yeah.
actually
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
also there.
Arvind. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, hi,
this
Arvind.
is my intro.
Sure, sure.
Actually, I completed my graduation in mechanical branch, and then I started my IT career, and I'm into ETL testing. It's been like 4 to 5 years, 4.5 years of experience I have in that IT.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came for the
Okay.
master's and completed the project management. So
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. You already have at least a good enough experience in IT and that too it's from the ETL. Yeah, you know how the corporate all this thing. It's a good.
sorry, come again.
Yeah. No, you know at least the corporate world, like how it works,
Oh yeah,
the IT. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah,
had around 5 years of experience, right? Yeah, good.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good, good. Yes, so yeah, that's good. Good to hear from you. Like you all are from the computer background. That is something good for me. At least it's easy for me to, give you the training on these tools because I do see that there are a lot of people coming to the training without having any computer background. They always come from a different the branches like EI, EC, of course. But that is even easy. but at least from the computers background, it's easy for me to take it forward. Okay, that's good and cool enough. So let's start the SCCM the demo. Okay, let me bring up my PPT. Yep. Just let me know if you can see it. Yes.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, cool. So SCCM is nothing but it's a System Center Configuration Manager. The full form of this is System Center Configuration Manager. So this tool is basically, we can use it everywhere in IT industry. Whenever you want to do some sort of the deployments. So before I start this, I wanted to ask you something. Let's say if there is an organization, right? You are a new joinee to the company. What is the onboarding process do you see? What the company will try to give you if they want to onboard you to the company? What is the minimum requirement? They try to give you something, right, on your onboarding day.
Yeah, they will give you a company's laptop or something like that.
Exactly. So that is something the bare minimum, the kind of requirement. So the company will give you the laptop. So what do you see on the laptop? Is that something you have to do anything when you log into the system, or is everything really being set up and you just need to log in and access?
We just need to log in.
Just only the login ID is more than enough for you, right? So
Yes.
now that is something you need to understand here. How is that everything is really been set up on your system? Even once you log in, you would also see some sort of applications like a Teams, Outlook, or a PDF, or some sort of MS Office related stuff, and some VPN related. So how is that all the applications you would be seeing on the system? So the first thing is when you onboard, you need a laptop. So company is giving you the laptop and some basic softwares on the laptop, like I said, Zoom, Teams, MS Office, PDF, and some VPN software. So this is already everything is pre-configured. How do you get all these things? Who is basically in the background of this?
There should be some IT team who's going to install all this stuff.
Yes, IT team is trying to set up the laptop and keep it ready for the onboarding guys, and also some basic software as and when you log in. As soon as you log in, some applications get start downloading and installing in the background for you. It's setting up everything for you. It's making everybody's onboarding is smoother.
Yeah.
So this is where something, when I say the laptop, what does it mean a laptop? How come you get a laptop? You need to have a kind of operating system, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's just an operating system. When I say you need, somebody has to install it, somebody has to do a lot of customizations on the operating system. If it is like in your company's laptop, it means you can't really perform anything on that, right? Do you see some sort of, once you log in, the company's logo in the background, or when you lock the system, you will see some lock screen with the with the company's logo? Or if you just leave your system idle for a 1 minute or 2 minutes, it try to lock your system. You try
Yes.
to download something from the Play Store or from the App Store from your system, then it will try to block you. You try to access Google Chrome and try to access something, Gmail or something, it will try to even block you. How is that all the setups is happening? That's like a customization, like hardening. You try to insert a USB drive, or you try to insert a CD or DVD. Of course, those days are gone, but still, if you try to do any of that, it straight away block you.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of hardening is happening on that laptop. So who is that really doing all this hardening? What the image you're getting it? Who is basically developing that image? So this is all basically happens through the SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager. So this tool's responsibility is to create some images and deploy those images, and also this software's deployment. And also on top of it, on a monthly basis, you will see some software updates happening on your systems, right? On a monthly basis, you see like Nagin, I think Pranay would be having, Pranav or Arvind, somebody is having IT
Yeah.
experience, right? Yeah,
Uh,
you would have seen it. Yeah, I would have seen it. Some every monthly your system gets rebooted. Some of the updates keep installing
yeah.
on your machine. Yes. So this is all
Yeah. On the
happening
background,
again.
it's provided automatically.
Exactly. How is this happening? It's already been scheduled. It is not
Yeah.
something manually somebody is doing it. Some schedules are already happening on each and every company's asset. So this
Yeah.
is again coming from where? This is again coming from the same system center from your SCCM. And you
Okay.
also see some sort of reboot prompt, right?
Yeah.
It says that your system will reboot in 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours. You try to snooze that for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And at one stage, it says that no, it is mandatory reboot. You can't avoid it. It will reboot at without any delay.
Correct.
So, yeah, these reboot prompts also handle through the same SCCM tool. So it means like anything that you see in your organization, all the client or the end user devices are basically completely controlled by the SCCM tool. All end user devices. If you have a 1 lakh systems in your organization, it means this SCCM team will be taking care of it. End to end on your end user devices. Okay. So now at least you got an idea, right? What is mean by that? Who is basically there in the background, delivering a laptop, delivering the softwares, delivering the updates. So this is all basically through that SCCM team.
Yeah.
So now, even within this SCCM, it's just not one single team can do this all the activities. Do you agree? Do you think that imaging, software handle, updates, it's not really possible by one single team in a company? You might,
Yes.
yeah, you might need to have couple of teams. Like one team would be dedicatedly focusing on the imaging part, and other team would be focusing only on developing the softwares and deploying them to the client machines. And there is another team who basically works on updates, like a monthly patches. See, imaging is not just a simple, straightforward thing. You have to put a lot of efforts and do a lot of hardenings, and you have to sync the day-to-day the security compliance. So keep getting some sort of new requirements, and you need to amend those new changes to your OS image. So, and when I talk about an OS image, maybe you are just thinking of laptop which is delivered to the end users, right? When I say this, it's not just only the end user laptop. We have a lot of, when I say the laptop, they have models, right? We have Dell, Lenovo, IBM, ThinkPads, a lot of, you have a lot of other the models in the market, right? So
Yeah.
you need to create or develop an image which should be compatible for each and everything. I mean, OS image can be done, but on top of it, you will see some drivers. Drivers are pretty much compatible for its own brand, right? You can't use the Dell driver for Lenovo and Lenovo drivers for IBM. So you need to create some driver related softwares, and you need to plug those to this image. And while it is loading, it will try to build that laptop. So this is like a evergreen and ongoing activity for the team. So the team should be definitely focused in delivering building the laptops. Okay. So one single team will handle this part. And there is a second team. The team does developing the packages for every application. It's just like whatever right now I'm saying is a basic software. Okay, but in a real time, it's just not only the basic. You would also see how like hundreds and thousands of softwares maintained by that organization. But let's first focus on the basic softwares. So Zoom, Teams, MS Office, VDF, and some VPN softwares, right? So this is all there on the system. You have to basically create a package for it. When I say the package, it is something automated install. You just don't need to really click on next kind of thing. You guys know pretty much, right? Let's say that in your machine, if I ask you to install a Zoom, what you do? If I ask you to install an MS Office, what is the process? It's like something everybody do in your day-to-day activity, right? Let's take your laptop and your personal laptop and let me know that what is your experience in that. What do you do exactly?
We'll go to the App Store, download it and install.
Download it, install it. Some of the
Yeah.
applications are straightforward. You can download and install it. But some application you have to go
Yeah,
through a
yeah.
lot of prompt. Yeah,
Next
click
will be
on
the start
next, next,
installation
next.
things.
Right. Licensing part also comes into the picture. You might need to have a license, or you add the license and you click on next, select some features. If you install an MS Office, it prompts you, do you want Excel, Word, like PowerPoint? What all features you wanted? You have to select as per your requirement. Then you might see some activating a licensing prompt. So a lot of other prompt, right? But if you look at in a real-time scenario, in a real-time world, in an organization, they have some hundreds, thousands, lakhs of computers. Is it really possible to install that step by step, like a click on next, and put some license and do that?
No. No.
It's very tedious job. It's not even possible. Just think about big organization maintaining some lakhs of computers. So that is where the packaging comes into the picture. So I was talking about, right, even I did on this packaging part. So this is entirely another technology. When you talk about an SCCM is a different, packaging is a different world. So I even used to do the packaging for all these applications. I will keep it ready. I will make everything automated. You just need to do a double click of that software and it just smoothly installs. It doesn't even prompt you anything to install. I mean, click on next. It just complete silent. So I do that wrapping. So I was working on that. So I mean to say, this team, they take care of that wrapping up everything. They give it to that SCCM team. And now your job is you have to add, import all those packages into the SCCM. And from there, you have to deliver. You have to deploy to the end user systems. So one team will be sitting only on this. So the team can be either packaging plus the deployment of the software, or it can be only the deployment of the software. That maybe depends on the company's decision. Okay. So I mean to say you have another team working in this area, SCCM area. That's a second team. And third team is, I mean, you might be thinking of, is that really require a separate dedicated team to do this? Yes. Why? Because when I say like hundreds, thousands, lakhs of computers, if there is the teams you delivered it and 30% of the systems got failed, who is going to do the troubleshooting on them? Why is that teams failed on those 30% of the devices? It's not that easy. You have to go and verify the logs on the end user system and find out the reason. Is it a problem with the download? Is it a problem with that installation, or something really went wrong on the system? You will see the hundreds of softwares. Okay, each software will have its own challenges. Yes, so this team is focused only on importing the packages, deploying the packages, and troubleshooting them. We have to have the 100% complaints for each software. When I say I deploy this MS Office on 100 devices, my company says I need 100% complaints on it. If a one person missed it, then that's a problem, right? Maybe that person is really working on a very productive activities. It might be hampering their deliveries, isn't it? So one team is definitely needed on this. And software updates. This is also monthly activity. This happens on a monthly basis, right? Do you know this? In some monthly activities, every second Tuesday of a month, Microsoft, they deliver patches. So these patches are definitely mandatory. Every company, I mean, every system in the organization should be protected by deploying this software. So without the up-to-date software updates, nobody can guarantee that your system is protected. So it's very ongoing activity. It's not just maybe you are thinking of, okay, you deploy this patches and you just leave it. No, that's not going to work. When I say 1 lakh computers, think about it. You can't just simply roll out in one single day. You might need to plan, schedule it. You will have like VIP systems in those VIP missions. You will see some developer missions, and you will see some testing related. So you will see different kind of the machines, the laptops. If the VIP machines, it's not that easy. You can straight away deploy on them, right? You first have to be thoroughly testing it, and you should have good enough confidence by rolling out the software updates is not going to corrupt the devices, right? Who is going to give you that assurance? This team. So this team works on complete end to end. They download the patches. Once you download it, again you have to create a package for it. Okay, creating a package, and it's supposed to be a silent install, right? So they do a lot of R&D on it, or how to do that silent and how to avoid the rebooting of the devices. See, as soon as the patch is deployed on my device, let's say there is a patch getting deployed on this device currently, and as soon as the patch is deployed, if it reboots my PC immediately, what will happen? What is the impact? Do I really have any impact? Or you say that, okay, that is fine, let the reboot happens? Do you really agree for that? Yes, guys.
When
You
reboot
guys,
the software, it will install the software.
it will install software, but definitely there is, if it gets rebooted, all of a sudden, see, right now I'm presenting it. I'm in a meeting. I'm delivering some training. So if my system
Okay.
gets rebooted, that's a problem, right? It's
Yeah.
impacting my work.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a simple example, but in a real time, you just think about it. You have a banking sector, you have a medical sector, you have like a financial. So let's say that financial sector, like they have some investment related, right? They keep a share marketing kind of application. They are running it in the background on their systems. They put some put options like buy options, sell options. Some automatic are already been scheduled on it. All of a sudden the system gets rebooted. Then think about it. What is the real time impact here? Lakhs, right? Lakhs and millions of dollars or millions of rupees, they might lost it. And
Yeah.
in a real time, medical care, healthcare related, they have some systems in the like ICU. They are trying to keep monitoring it. They are trying to schedule something on that ICU. If the system gets rebooted all of a sudden, they are in the OT, operation theater. Some doctors are doing something on that with the help of that software, but that software is running from your device. Your device got rebooted. What will happen? Gone. The surgery is gone.
Yeah.
That's it. Impact direct live, right? It's a life problem. You will see in a real time lot of impacts. Some VPs are sitting in a their board meetings. They are trying to deliver something to the customers, and all of a sudden, missions got rebooted. All their business lost. It's a lot of impact. So this is something this team will take care of it. They try to schedule in a properly. They segregate the systems into multiple bunches. Okay, batch one, batch two, batch three. They try to deliver the rollout, the patches. So dedicated team is focusing on this. So now I see that one single tool is giving an opportunity to survive three different teams, right? It's not only three. There is one more team. That's called SCCM administrator. Now, this part, admin part, this admin team is basically controlling the access to all of these teams. Somebody has to control it, right? It's not that every team can have an access to everything. The patching team, they don't need an access on the imaging part, right? Imaging team, they don't need an access on the package deliveries or this update deliveries. You have to put a control on it. So who is going to do that? SCCM admin will do it, right? So they will control, they will apply some kind of rollback access on them. And this team will be focusing only on, they can access only the images. And the other team can access only the softwares. Other team can access only the patches. And also your SCCM environment should be always up and running. Who will take care of that? SCCM infra part. Let's see, RBAC, the role RBAC. It's like access control, right? Access control to the different teams. And SCCM infra. Who is going to maintain that SCCM infra? It's an SCCM admin. Let just simple example. I have a device. It's a brand new. The laptop is delivered, but this laptop is not connected to the network, and this SCCM admin doesn't know there is a system. There is a laptop exists in the organization. Somebody is asking to deliver the MS Office to that brand new system, but this system is not even discovered. This SCCM, how does that SCCM know it? There is a system in the organization. It has to be connected to the network, right? It's not connected to the network. We can't discover that. SCCM doesn't know there is a system. When there is a system, we don't even know it. How come that SCCM deliver all the patches or the packages to that? So whose responsibility is that? Make sure every device, what you see in an organization should be discovered properly. The entire infrastructure of an SCCM will be completely handled by the SCCM administrator. Simple. So now you just think about it. 4 different teams working on one single tool. You have a huge demand, right? If you learn this SCCM tool, it's not that, okay, you are focusing on one area. You have an opportunities to look into 4 different areas. Learning one single tool, giving you an opportunities for the 4 different roles. You might see a role for the imaging. You might see a role for deployment of packages. Another role is patch rollouts. Another role is an SCCM admin. So you have multiple opportunities. You can get into any of this area. If you learn this, you understood the demand of this SCCM tool. How is it like you can get into the market? It's giving you the wide options. It's not just only one single door open for you. Okay, one main gate is open. You can get into any of your other, the internal doors. That's how you get an opportunity. Is this clear, guys? Am I making sense? Do you really get it? What is that SCCM tool is?
Yeah.
Yep. Any doubt so far? If you have any doubt, just stop me here and get it clarified. Just think about in your real-time scenario how it really works, a laptop, system, softwares. You just let me know if you're not understood anything of it. Yes? Somebody had any doubt? All clear? Can I get an answer? Dilip, Pranay, Sai?
Yeah,
No
I'm good.
doubt so far, sir.
It's good.
Okay. Yes. So you have 4 opportunities, 4 different roles. You can get into the market and you can get a job easily. Apart from this, there is one more tool. It's just an extension to that SCCM environment. This is basically called an Intune. It's basically a cloud version. Whatever we were discussing about an SCCM is it on-premise environment. Okay. I mean, when I say an on-prem, do you guys know what is mean by on-prem and cloud?
No.
Okay. On-prem is something, it's like a physical data center.
Data centers will be there on-prem. If it is a cloud, it is
Exactly.
put in like clouds like AWS, Azure, or something like
Exactly.
yeah,
Yep.
any cloud.
That's good. So, okay. It's Azure, AWS, can be of GCP. We have a lot of others. So this is physical data center within the organization premises. Okay. Check. Yes. So I have a company. When I say I have an organization, if I don't have a cloud version, what does it mean? I have some physical data center. All my systems in my organizations are connected to there, or it might be, it's completely relied on the data. If there is a power supply goes down, all the systems which are there in my organization all are impacted, right? If any network goes down, it's again an impact. So that building, that particular premises, it's supposed to be fully up and running, isn't it? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So that's called a physical data center. All your laptops connected to your physical data center. Anything goes wrong to that building, your entire system is down. Your entire office, all your laptops and everything is gone. Due to any reason, it can be network, it can be power, it can be the disaster, the natural disaster happened. Anything of that, it's gone. So nowadays, what is happening is, you all know that cloud is trending. Every company is moving everything to the cloud. They don't want to keep it anything in the on-premise. There are a lot of other reasons. It's just not only the security or kind of ensuring the up and running, the availability of those devices. It's not just that. Cost-wise also, you will see a lot of differences from on-prem versus cloud. On-prem is something you are buying everything upfront, right? If you are setting up a data center, you are buying everything upfront and keeping, like, you are investing a lot at the upfront. But cloud is something pay as you go. It means as and when you need a kind of whether you just take a simple example of a disk. I need 100 GB disk. Do I need to buy in advance? Yes. If it is an on-prem, you have to buy in advance. And once it is bought, it's a permanent. You investment is done, you can't resell it. You have to keep it with you for the permanent. But in an Azure, if it is a 100 GB disk, if you want to buy it on the fly, you buy it and you pay for 1 or 2 days. And if you don't need it after the third day, then you can sell it off, right? It's a easy, on demand, as and when you need it. It's like whatever you buy, you use it, and whenever you don't need it, you just remove that. So that's a cloud version. Similarly, the Intune is something like a cloud version of your SCCM. What it does is, it does exactly the same sort of operations, but the advantage of Intune is something, it's a cloud version. Like, you don't need to have the SCCM server hosted in your data center. You can host this SCCM server in the cloud. Thereby, you can try to deploy the patches, packages, everything. You can control everything remotely. Okay, that we'll talk about it later. But so first, we'll just try to focus on this. So I mean to say, Intune is another opportunity for you, along with this four. So like minimum 5 different roles you would able to get into the market once you learn the SCCM tool. There is another scope. The sixth one is application packaging. When I say this second, the role, deploying the packages. Let me say package deployments. I say package is nothing but a software. Okay, this package deployments. So who is going to do? It's a combination. The person who works on packaging might involve in this role. So if your company says that you have to take care of it, ultimately you will even start learning this. So this is not that very typical. It's an easy stuff. So you get an opportunity to work packaging role. So like you have now six jobs, six different roles. It's easy. Some companies say that I need a person who can take care of the everything. They might need very few resources. It's a very small organization. I don't need an individual person to learn each and every of this. I don't need to hire it. So you get another opportunity to learn everything. You might be familiar with the imaging, you might be familiar with the patches, but the company says that that's okay. I don't really find a person who knows everything of it. You just come and join and learn the remaining thing, and you just maintain my environment. That's it. Got it? So do you think like is that really good that you have good enough confidence now, right? That is something if you learn this, you would definitely survive.
Yes.
So that's the positive thing we get with this SCCM tool. Nowadays, I'll just tell you, we call it as an MECM, Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. This, and when I say MECM, it comes in SCCM as well as Intune, both. Earlier, it's an SCCM on-prem version. Now we have a cloud version. That's where we call it as an MECM. Okay. So this is just a brief idea about what is an SCCM, what is the scope of an SCCM, what we do through this SCCM, and what sort of job roles we have in the market, what is the demand of it. It's very easy to correlate, right? Any company you take it, you will definitely need a laptop. You will definitely need the softwares, anything that you see. It's a bare minimum requirement. So any company you take it, you definitely need this role. You got it? Laptops mandatory, softwares mandatory, patches mandatory. Nothing you can't avoid it. And it's very easy that a lot of people even doesn't know this in the market, but it's very huge demand that you also get opportunities more. Just look at this, my profile. Even I'm in this not exactly 15. It's 16 plus years of experience. I'm able to survive in the market. I still have the same demand. You got it? So it's giving you the doors are open. It's just not only at one single place. It's giving you the doors open for other areas. You have to explore and get into that. See, PowerShell scripting is something an added advantage. Whatever the activity that you do in your day to day, you can do some automation as well with the help of scripting. So some companies, they are hiring it only to automate the SCCM environment. That's another opportunity. Okay. Once you learn all of these things, slowly you can get into an Azure cloud area as well, because you will learn an Intune, you get an exposure to the cloud. So that is where you get an opportunity to get into the Azure administrator. You will become a cloud architect over there. So there is nothing end if you learn this. It's always the doors are open for you. This is all about what path you want to choose. That is up to you. Nothing like a dead end for learning this technology. There are a lot of technologies in the market. Once you learn it, that's it. You're gone. That until and unless you have a kind of demand, you survive. But after that, it's gone. You have to like roll back and you have to restart your career, learning complete new things. But here you don't need to learn anything new. It is just extension to the existing knowledge. Understood? It is just a demo. Just a kind of brief idea what is an SCCM. But I will in detail because I already have a lab. Before I go for it, what I do is let me just give you an idea about this module. Okay. So I was just talking about this SCCM. What is an SCCM or MECM, right? The evaluation all about that we'll talk about later. When is it started? Where are we right now? So SCCM versus Intune something. So the requirement for this, right, to set up a lab. Lab is also, it's okay. You need to have some basic minimum requirement on your system, on your base system. Then it will be easy to set up a lab. So I will just show you the hardware requirements that you need is SCCM lab setup. You basically need three servers. You need one domain controller, one SCCM primary site, one SQL server. So three servers and 1 to 3 Windows client VMs. It's not necessary to have multiple. At least if you have one is more than enough. Okay. So either you can go for 3 servers or you can go for 2 servers. When I say 2, you can combine the SQL and SCCM into one single server. So these all, I will be having 2 servers and 1 or 2 Windows client, because when I say Windows client, I was talking about the same. The end user devices are all Windows clients. Your laptop is a Windows client device. If I want to deploy a patch, if I want to deploy a package, if I want to deploy an operating system, I need a client. So you need at least 1 or 2 clients, and you need these servers. Okay. You will be setting up everything in the server. Using the server, you will be pushing all the software to the client devices. Okay. What is the minimum requirement of the hardware is, since I said like I needed 2 servers, each server should have at least the 2 GB of RAM. The recommended is 4 GB. And if you need an SCCM server with an SQL, I'm combining 2 servers into one. You need at least 8 GB RAM. It's recommended, but at least if you have a 8, it is more than enough. So 8 plus 2, 10 GB, right? And I said you need one client device. One client may require 2 GB of RAM. So total you need at least 12 GB of RAM. Right? It means your base laptop, this is my laptop right now, this laptop should have 10 GB of RAM minimum allocated to your lab environment. And your system should also run, right? Your system, your base laptop should also need at least a 4 GB of RAM. So altogether, I mean to say, if you have at least a 16 GB of RAM, then you can set up this lab, SCCM lab, on your laptop itself. You can have domain controller, you can have SCCM server, you can have the SQL server, you can have a Windows client. I mean, if you just look at my lab, on my laptop, I have 1, 2, 3. You see now? I have a DC domain controller, one server. I'm having the SCCM server and SQL both installed on one single server. I have one Windows 10 client. So I need 3 devices. So this need at least 8 GB of RAM. This need a 4 GB of RAM. This need a 2 GB of RAM. Altogether, I need a 16 GB of RAM. You got it? I can help you out this lab. You just need to have at least a 16 GB of RAM on your laptop. That is the minimum requirement you need to have. Okay, and a hard disk is at least you try to maintain 500 GB of hard disk on your laptop. Why? Because 60 GB goes for one server and another 60 GB, each individual server need a 60. It means 60 into 3, 180 GB goes for this. And you need some additional disk space. So 250 plus 25. Altogether, if you have 500 GB, you see this is the overall host. Your laptop should have this one. 16 GB is enough. If you have a 32 GB, that's good enough. Storage is 500 GB minimum on your laptop. Then I can help you on the laptop. Is that clear? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just forgot to tell you
So I
one
have a
more thing.
question. Like you need like 500 GB of the space only for the setups, right? Not the whole.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to have this. Yes. You see now on my system currently, I have minimum. I need to even increase my app. I mean, I had some hard disk issue recently. So I'm running out of it. I have 200 GB on C drive and another 50 GB over here. Just look at it. I'm just having only this lab. I don't have anything on my system. It's already occupied total. Just 15 GB is free, and I have 8 GB free. I don't have nothing like a personal on this system. 10% of the personal maybe I have it. So if you have at least the 500 GB, it's easy that you can dump anything. You need to download some ISOs. That image, one image may have at least 5 GB of space. You need at least 2 to 3 images. So that itself will take at least 30 GB of hard disk. So try to maintain at least 500 GB. You don't need to run out of it. You can keep anything on the system and you can run easily. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Ha. So that's one thing. And 16 GB RAM is minimum. Try to have it. Then I can set up a lab on your systems and I can help you out in that. So you can do the lab along with me. Whatever I try to do, you can try to do that. That's up to you. Yes. Okay. It's the training. It just lasts for 30 days. At least you need 30 hours. Got it? Every day I'll try to take 1 hour of session. And it's like continuous, maybe Saturday, Sundays also. I may not be available during the weekends, but I try to take a classes if I am available. I'll just inform you upfront. Okay. So that we can have Saturday, Sundays also covered. Yes. Srini, do you have any doubts or you want me to cover something?
No, Raj, I think we are good. I think from the training perspective on the overview, yeah, I think we can stop recording, and if anyone has any questions, right, probably we can have like 5 minutes quick call on that lines. If any questions or something, I mean, related to anything.